Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to make our cute bow hats for newborns at the hospital. What you're going to need is 2 of your newborn hats, and I'm also going to teach you guys how to make the bear ears because that's a fun option for your baby boys or your girls, and I'm going to show you both of them in one hat. So you're going to have 2 hats. One is going to be your actual hat going on the head, and the other one's going to be for your bow. So the one going on your head, you're just going to take the end of it and flip it up. Some hospitals, this one's like a double layer one, so it's really nice. Some hospitals, they're really thin, so you end up rolling them twice. But this one, we only need to roll once, so it's going to look like this. Okay. More. So here's your hat. And what you're going to do with this is you're going to take this part and you're going to fold it, tuck it in this way, fold it in half this way. So again, the bottom is going to go in like this. And then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to make 2 small slits right here. I try to make them pretty small because the bigger cut that you make, the looser the bow becomes. So I take my scissors and I make a slit right here. Go. And then another one not too far away from it. Let's see. And then you just want to make sure when you unfold it that the cuts went through to the back side, and usually they don't. So usually since you're making a smaller cut, you have to take your scissors and just finish cutting the back end. So this. Little slits right here, and then we'll set this aside for now. And you'll take your other hat, and I actually fold it inside out. This is for a bow because you want to cut off the seamed end. So I take the scissors and I just cut right next to the seam. It. So now you have a hat that is cut through all the way, and all you have to do is, this end is nice, so the end that we just cut is going to be frayed. So I just take that end and I tuck it in. I roll it in like this. So there's no fray showing, it's just rolled in. So this is going to eventually be your bow. Here's your bow. Here's it tucked in like this. And then this was originally the bottom of the hat. This is the seam that we just cut off. And then again, here's your base hat right here. And there's your little holes through it. So this is your bow. And what you're gonna do, for me, the thing that makes this the better bow, so you can really put this any way through this hat, but it's easier to slide it through this way, but I actually like to make my lines line up, and so it's gonna also make for a thicker bow. So here we go. We're gonna take, so here's your bow. You're gonna take this top corner and you're gonna pull it through this hole that you just made from the inside. So, like I said, we're going to pull it through, and because I want the lines to match up, I want to pull this whole side through this way. Okay? So pull it. And this is why it's important to make smaller slits, because as you pull it, you kind of loosen it up a bit. Okay, so already we have this left side of the bow through. And then I'm going to make sure it's halfway pulled through. Now we can fix the rest of that. Now we're going to take this top right corner of the bow and we're going to do the same thing through this right slit. So, pull it through. Now for me, to get my bows to be really poofy and thick, sometimes people will leave a little bit behind back here, but I make sure the bow is pulled all the way through. I start fluffing it up. And really, all this takes is just time to fluff it, and that's going to make the difference in our bow hat. So far, here's your bow. But then I'm going to take my time and just fluff it up a little bit. And a lot of that comes from this center part. Fluffing this center part up. I like to pinch these pieces in the middle. Then I make sure up top is nice and fluffed, and the bottom. So here is your bow. Okay. Already, and I always take my time just again fluffing this up until I think it's like how I want it. So this is your bow hat. Pretty simple. You could put the hat through the other way, but again, I said I like my lines to line up, and it makes it for like a thicker hat, or excuse me, a thicker bow. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do the bear ears, and might as well just do it on this same little hat. So what you need is a total of 4 cotton balls, so 2 cotton balls for each ear. And then anything to tie, and the easiest thing that we've found is actually just taking a mask and use a used mask. Kidding. But take the mask and then you just cut these off, the little ear loops. So that's all you need is your strings. Then start with 1 ear. So for 1 ear, again, you just need 2 cotton balls. You're gonna take the cotton balls. I was working at a hospital yesterday that apparently doesn't believe in cotton balls. Maybe they've watched the movie Elf too many times. And what we used yesterday was just gauze. So here is cotton balls. I like the cotton balls better because they're not as I felt like the gauze was a little more squared off, so it was a little more bumpy, but the gauze works just as fine. So you're gonna put them in the corner of the ear, and then you're gonna make it nice and tight around it. And then take 1 string. It's usually easier if you have another nurse to help you, but you can do it just fine yourself, and you just literally tie a knot nice and tight. And I do it a total of 3 times. And then here's your ear, and we just cut these strings off, and then you can fluff the ear up however you want. There's 1 ear, and now we will do the same for the other ear. So 2 cotton balls, put them up in the corner of the hat. Then you literally just bunch it up, and then you're gonna tie it. So again, take a string, triple knot it again. With your ears however you want. And here is your little bear bow hat. Cute baby you could put on. I don't know if it'll fit on this bear. Let's try. Oh, it will, and that's pretty adorable. So this is a 2-in-1 hat. But now you know how to make the fluffy bows, and now you know how to make the little bear ears as well. And if you want, I can also show you how to make bunny ears for Easter time. Thanks.